According to the Human Sciences Research Council voter participation survey, at least 69% of South Africans thought their one vote would make no difference, even though they knew it was everyone's obligation to cast one. From August to October of this year, at least 3,000 South Africans in private homes nationwide who were 16 years of age or older participated in the survey. Political discontent and disillusionment emerged as the main reason for the electorate absenteeism at the polls. Meanwhile, analysts say vote turnout will play a significant role on election day, and multiple analysis suggest that expecting a high voter turnout may not be realistic, largely due to the prevailing sentiment in the country. And to talk about this, we're joined by Tselane, former chairperson, Independent Electoral Commission. Good afternoon from here. Glad to have you join me. Could you please help us unmute your device?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. Now, we've had questions raised in election on how effective smaller parties are. What do you make of smaller parties in terms of elections in South Africa?
Thank you very much for having me. Firstly, the Constitution of South Africa recognizes the organizational rights of any individual to form and to belong to a political party. And therefore, any person who feels that the big political parties do not represent their interests have a right to form a party that they believe can be able to express their desires in terms of how they see the country. But having said that, one should also begin to look at what is beginning to happen in South Africa in terms of the trends, that increasingly we no longer have one dominant political party. And because of that, there is a need for coalitions, as it has actually happened in quite a number of municipalities. Now, in an arrangement where you've got a coalition arrangement, small political party, even if it's got one vote, it does make a difference. If you look at what is happening in Johannesburg, as well as in Ekurhuleni, or what we refer to as Israel, where a candidate coming from a minority party has actually been elected the mayor of the biggest city in the continent, which is Johannesburg. So clearly you can actually begin to say that the political parties, even if they are small, they still make a difference and are still needed in terms of strengthening constitutional democracy.
But how do you think these political dynamics would affect many parties who want to break the ANC majority?
Of course, some of the people who are forming these political parties are actually coming from the African National Congress itself. You've got quite a number of breakaways or individuals who are very prominent or who are prominent in the African National Congress who are forming all these political parties. So the political parties are not only, the new political parties are not only basically breaking the support of small political parties, but they are also breaking the support of major political parties, including the African National Congress, because as I've suggested, some of them actually come from the African National Congress to form these new political parties.
Let's talk about youth participation. How important is it for youth to be a part of voting next year?
It is quite critical because if you look at the voting patterns in South Africa, you begin to see that we're really having an aging voting population. And because of that, if we want to have democracy that is sustainable, it is going to be important that we encourage young people to participate in the electoral process to make sure that they form a backbone of the democratic project in South Africa. The more young people participate, the more sustainable the electoral process will be and democracy as a whole. So they have become a very important element in the whole project of democratic process in South Africa.
All right, thank you so much for that update. Tselane, former chairperson, Independent Electoral Commission. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much for having me.